Next we have if condition. So it returns a value if a condition is true, or another value if the condition is false. So we have two paths. Depending on the condition, it chooses one path, either true or false. And the syntax for this condition is you write this if clause and then followed by parenthesis, and in the parenthesis it is separated by three parameters. First parameter contains the condition, whatever it is, and then separated by comma, you place the value that you want to return in the case it turns out to be true, and the last is the value which is returned if the condition you have mentioned here is false. So let us look at this table and return more if the condition is true, return more if the condition is true, or less if the condition is false. So the condition here is we are writing a query which selects order ID, quantity, order ID and quantity, and the third field that we want to return is something depending on the condition. So the condition here is quantity is greater than 10 if this condition is true. So this condition is applying on the quantity field. So if the value is true, 12 is greater than 10, then more is returned. If the next value is 10, so 10 is not greater than 10, so the less is going to be, so if the condition is not true, it is false, then less will be returned. So next we have the case statement. So the case statement goes through different conditions and return a value when the first condition is met. Once a condition is true, it will stop reading and return the result. If no conditions are true, it returns the value in the else clause. If there is no else part and no conditions are true, it returns null. So in the if case, we had only two paths. One is true and other is false. Whereas in the case statement, we can have multiple conditions. And if the condition is met, it is going to check the condition number 1, condition number 2, condition number 3, and let's say if the condition number 3 meets or is true, then the result mentioned here will be returned. And let's assume if none of the conditions are meeting, none of the condition is becoming true, then the else part will be returned. So this is the syntax. You enclose these conditions in the case, and this is followed by and a semicolon. So this is the given data, and the problem is to order the customers by city. However, if city is null, then order by country. So we want to return customer name, city and country from the table customers, whereas order by now consists of a case because we have some conditions. So the first condition is when city is null, then country will be returned. Otherwise else, simple, return the city, right? So this is how you're going to write this query. So in this case, when we are going to execute it, यहाँ पर the table, customer table is not mentioned, right? So जब हम इसको run करेंगे तो obviously जहाँ पर जिस city में के अगेंस्ट नल होगा वहाँ पर कंट्री रिटर्न हो जाएगा, अदरवाइज जो सिटी है वो एज इट इज रिटर्न हो जाएगा.